Hey YouTubers, today I'm here to tell you I am officially participating in this year's Booktube-a-Thon. Now I participated twice last year. I participated in the Booktube-a-Thon and then I later on participated in the Christmas Booktube-a-Thon. And I'm so excited to be participating again this year. Now what's interesting about this second Booktube-a-Thon is, first off, there is a official Booktube-a-Thon YouTube channel, which I will link in the description box below. It's being run by Ariel Bissett and her other Booktube friends. They also have some video challenges that they're going to include with new book challenges. So yes, the book challenges that were in last year's Booktube-a-Thon have been revamped and have become the 2014 challenges now, and I'm really excited about that. The final thing is that the video challenges that are going to be with the book challenges are completely optional, but they also are just kind of fun ways to do not only an update, but also to share just some interesting things to make your updates more fun. So I'm going to start off by telling you what each of the book challenges are and the book that I've picked to coincide with that challenge. The first one being a book with pictures, and this I chose Havoc by Chris Wooding. This is the sequel to Malice, and Malice is a duology. I'll leave my review link for Malice in the description box below if you would like to hear some more thoughts on the first book. But this is part novel, part comic. The novel is the story, and then it pops into the world of Malice in the comic. And what's interesting is it pulls you in and makes you feel like you're actually reading the comic Malice, and I love how original this feels, and it's just written so well. It's got this darker, horror-ish, scary vibe going on, and it's kind of what's made me enjoy a lot more of the darker writings than I thought I would originally. The second challenge is to start and finish a series, and I chose a duology that's been on my shelf for a while, and that would be The Lily Adventures by Lois Gladys Leopard. The first is Secret Money, and the second is Suspicious Identity. Both of these are basically in the 180 page range. I'm going to enjoy reading these. The next book challenge is a book with red on it, and I was originally going to choose one of two different books because they had like a small amount of red on it, but then I saw this one and I was like, oh, you can't get any more red than this. And it is Jet Black and the Ninja Wind by Lisa Lowitz and Shogo Okitani. And what's really cool is this was recommended to me on Amazon when I purchased Tokyo Heist, and I'm just really in the I want to kind of go back to Tokyo or Korea or China in my readings, and this is going to take me there. All I know is the story is about a girl named Jet Black, and she is a ninja, and it's in modern times, so I'm pretty excited about that. Plus, if you take off the dust jacket, you have the exact same cover underneath, so it's red either way. The next one is a book that someone else picks out for you, and Ariel Bissett mentioned that this would be the hardest thing because you don't have control over your TBR, but this is probably the easiest one, because if you guys have been watching some of my videos for a while now, you know that when Maud and I co-hosted the Get Your Read On Read-a-Thon, we both had a number of books we wanted to read, like a set number, like she wanted to read 5 and I wanted to read 10, and we just handed over a list of some books to pick from, and we chose what the other person was going to read during that week, which was a lot of fun. And for this, she actually was given 5 books, and I gave her a wild card for the 6th one in case she didn't want to pick from those. And Maud, I'm so thankful you picked the one book that I was really hopeful you would pick. I really have just been feeling in the mood to read it, and I'm going to have to wait till 2015 for the 3rd one, but it is The School for Good and Evil, A World Without Princes by Soman Chainani. This is the 2nd book in the School for Good and Evil series, or trilogy. I really kind of am sad that there's only 3 books. I love this series so much, and I'm so excited to read this. The next challenge is a book from a genre you've read the least this year, and I was looking through trying to figure out which one, and then it suddenly hit me that something was missing from my list of books that I've read so far this year, and that would be nonfiction. So I looked at some of the biographies and autobiographies that I have that are nonfiction, and I decided to read An Astronaut's Guide to Life on Earth by Chris Hadfield. This was just pulling to me at this exact moment, and I was like, I need to read this. Chris Hadfield was the Canadian astronaut that went into space, and he did a lot of communications to the general public while he was up there. I think he posted a few YouTube videos where he was singing songs in space in zero gravity, and he did a couple of live chats with kids in middle school, and he just really emphasized that science is cool and space is cool and math is cool and all of these different things that are kind of looked down upon when you're a certain age, and it was just brilliant. And he's really changed the way that this generation, the 21st century, looks at science and space and astronauts and what is cool. So I'm really excited to read this. The next challenge is a book-to-movie adaptation, and Ariel Bissett mentioned to read the book and watch the movie during the week. And I really love that this challenge has been implemented because books are the key thing with BookTube, but a lot of times we don't put as much emphasis on movies as much as normally get put on them. Sometimes people can say, well, I love books more than movies. I love them equally, but I'm always really excited to see movie adaptations, and having this kind of visual representation of a movie from a book being brought into BookTube is just a really great addition to the Booktube-a-Thon. And I decided to read The Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants by Anne Brashares. I had originally borrowed this from the library when I was younger, but I forget what book I'd read previously. Oh, it was Star Wars Jedi Apprentice. I read the first book and nothing was living up to how amazing that book was, so I decided just to return this to the library, and I didn't read it. And I bought it back a few months into my first year here on BookTube, and I actually haven't read it yet, so this is perfect time. I remember watching the movie when it first came out, and I don't really remember what it was about or what happened in it, so I'm definitely going to have to get my hands on the DVD to watch it during the Booktube-a-Thon, but this is what I pick. And the final book challenge is to read 7 books. And I've counted because one of these challenges has 2 books in it for the starting and finishing a series. I officially have 7 books here on my TBR pile. So I'm going to move into the video challenges, and I'm going to say right here and now that I'm going to try to accomplish all 7 of them, but I can't tell you definitely if I'm going to get to all of them or not, because video updates just, they didn't work with me during the Get Your Read on Read-a-Thon, but I will definitely try to do that for this one. I'm maybe going to try uploading at a different time in the day. So the video challenges are: top 3 books you read because of BookTube, find 3 items on 3 covers, draw a book cover for any book, write a short story using all the words from 3 titles, make a rainbow of your favorite books, find 5 things from one of the books you've read this week, show us where you've read during the Booktube-a-Thon. Now, if I do accomplish going through each day with what the video challenge is, I don't upload on Sunday at all, so I will just take the 7th day and I'll upload what that day's video challenge was, as well as letting you guys know my complete overall wrap up for the Booktube-a-Thon. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching my TBR, and let me know if you're participating. If you've made a TBR pile list, then just link it in the comments down below, and I would love to come and watch it and cheer you guys on during this upcoming week. I'll see you guys in my next video. Until then, go and pick up a random book and read. Later!